Today I'd like to talk about hair loss, coming to you live from Chicago Live with Power News. This is entitled Hair Loss Men versus Women. I'm going to talk about hair loss in men and hair loss in women. Shallow women who know nothing about men make fun of men with hair loss. There are women who see hair loss in men as a sign of virility, actually. This is based on a false notion that balding men have more testosterone. The truth is they have more estrogen, and estrogen is turning them bald. But it's a good thing to be wanted for hair loss, I guess. Self-image versus outside image. There's people who, of course, have a self-image that is far worse than their outside image, and of course they base that on whether or not they have hair loss. That is both men and women. Women with hair loss are not liked by anyone, or themselves, nor others. The Bible says a woman's beauty is her hair. The Bible says a woman's hair is her shame, meaning she shouldn't show it off. So there's a lot of concentration in the Bible on a woman leading men astray with her hair. So many religions force women to hide their hair, even Christianity. But it is symbolic when you wear a napkin over your head, or a handkerchief, or a tiny hair cover in Christianity. It's not to the extent. And what's really ironic is that the mainstream media portrays the Muslim religion as making women cover up, when in fact Christianity also makes women cover up. But a lot of women are not that religious, so they don't even realize that their religion requires them to cover up as well, and also never to cut their hair. But that's another topic, or that's in keeping with this topic actually. The marriage ceremony is not to hide the face, but to hide the hair, saying the bride-to-be is now spoken for and no one should see her hair. In the 21st century, we have cured baldness in men if you have the money. A big, healthy, full head of hair is nothing more than a sign of virility in men and women. It means they are ready to mate. So a guy with a full head of hair is considered attractive. It's not just considered attractive, but is attractive to women. And a woman with a full head of hair is also attractive to men. I wish black women would realize that instead of putting all of these chemicals in their hair, which strips their hair, breaks their hair, and causes baldness in women, they would go natural and have that full head of hair. They would do far better than all those chemicals in their hair, or putting glue in their hair and taping other people's hair into their head. An old man with a full head of hair is showing he is healthy. Unfortunately, our society, food industry is poison, pure poison. Hair loss is supposed to be a sign that something is wrong, and what the food has to do with is our bodies are exemplifying that something is wrong with a body, and hair loss is one of those signs that something is wrong. Not bleeding in your nose or ears or anything, but hair loss, having dry skin or something like that. There is an outer appearance that happens that can tell you that somebody is not healthy. So an old man with a full head of hair shows that he is healthy to a certain degree. Doctors have said that the concept of genetics is misplaced in hair loss. A genetic disposition would be seen from infancy. And what is that? What that is to say is they have discovered that a lot of things that doctors or the medical industry or the pharmaceutical industry, more likely, who said that something was genetic or hereditary or caused by your DNA, is not true, And one of those not true things they have discovered is hair loss. Hair loss is not genetic. It's not coming from your mother's side or your father's side. You would have genetic hair loss from birth, meaning you would have babies looking like Friar Tuck, people, elementary school children with male pattern baldness. They have discovered that it is just not true, and a lot of the things that we are trying to attribute to hereditary or genetics is diet. So somebody who eats poison from the time of birth, if you eat at McDonald's as a child and continuously eat it, and you start balding at the age of 22, it's no wonder you're going bald. You are poisoning yourself and have been poisoning yourself, and your hair loss is evidence of that. Now, some people are going to say, oh, that's not true. Yes, genetics, as said, the genetic disposition for whatever is shown from birth. If you're going to have a cleft palate, you're going to have it from birth. Hair loss is purely environmental. Age does contribute to it, because as you age, certain things are depleted and certain things are not manufactured as well. So age does contribute to it, but age doesn't cause hair loss. You understand that? As you get older, certain things are depleted in your body, but it doesn't cause hair loss. It doesn't cause psoriasis or something like that. If you're suffering from hair loss, go see a doctor and do a full vitamin and mineral and trace element tests. You can get those tests done. Your insurance might not cover it, but I would recommend that you go get it done. You will find you are deficient somewhere. Deficient means you are so depleted of the substance or mineral or vitamin that you are now developing symptoms from it. Depleted doesn't mean that you're just at zero. Depleted or deficient means that you have gone into the red zone for that vitamin or element, and that you're now exhibiting something from it. It's not always visible to the naked eye. Horns don't start growing or anything, but you might have like a yellowish tint to your skin or purple tint or something that you don't even notice, like hair loss. 1 in 4 women suffer from hair loss, and I noticed that a lot of black women suffer from hair loss, but it's not from vitamin deficiency. It's from the chemicals that they put in their hair, and from the wearing the weaves and wearing the tight braids. That is beyond what their hair can actually take. Stop perming your hair. Stop hot pressing your hair. Stop it. You are going bald all through your hair. For what? Black men have never said they want to see black women with straight hair. I've never heard a black man say, I want to see you with straight hair. I have heard tons of Chris Rock even did a mini documentary on it. Tons of black men said that they would prefer if their women went natural, and you are rendering yourself bald from these chemicals. It is an ugly eyesore. The woman has, let's say this is her natural, where her natural hairline, let's say my hat is where her natural hairline is. Her hair starts back here. All of this is gone. Now here's the great thing. If you go back to natural, black women, all of this will grow right back in. Stop doing all of the chemicals. I have said it time and time again. Your natural hair, your natural curly, kinky hair is beautiful. Embrace it. Love it. For men, if you have done all of your vitamin and element and trace mineral tests, and they have told you what you're deficient in, and you have for 6 months to a year taken that supplement, those supplements to supplement your vitamins, and have stopped eating crap. You have to stop eating the crap. You can't continue eating the crap and take a vitamin and think it's going to be okay. You have to stop. So you have the perfect organic beef, organic chicken, organic eggs, and organic vegetables, and you're taking your mineral and vitamin supplement for 6 months to a year. It takes time. Remember, you didn't lose your hair in one day. It took years and years and years for you to lose your hair. 6 months to a year, if you do not see your hair coming back, you can do, of course, the hair transplant if it's that important to you. Though, save up several tens of thousands of dollars and go get a hair transplant. You'll look like you're 18 again. And don't kid yourself, $10,000 is not enough for a hair transplant. Plan on spending at least $50,000 if you want to look like anything. And you'll have to go back for several transplants. The transplants, I believe, have a 1 in 3 chances of taking. So let's say for every 3 transplants that they do, 2 go away, 1 stays. So you keep doing that over and over and over. You have to do that over and over. That's why I say have at least $50,000 saved up. For women, all of the stuff on the market for men does not work for women as far as hair loss is concerned. They have said, I don't know what it is, probably mainly because estrogen causes hair loss. I mean, so how can you change that in a woman? You can change that in a man. You could have a man eat things which will increase his testosterone output, but in a woman, that's not going to help. And in fact, it's going to hurt a woman. In the woman, estrogen doesn't affect you the same way. So the remedies for a woman isn't going to be the same. For a woman, you would need to go see a cosmetic surgeon. And that's a person that you would have a consultation with. For black women, I say again, stop doing the weave, stop doing the perms, stop doing the hot oil. That doesn't look nice. A lot of times it does not look nice. And in the dye jobs where you're blonde, you're destroying your hair. Natural hair for everybody is beautiful. You don't have to put a whole horse's tail on your head to look beautiful. And if you think some movie star looks beautiful, it's not that the movie star looks beautiful. She or he has an entire team of beauty experts that get them ready to go out onto the red carpet. That just doesn't happen. She just doesn't get in the mirror and go, and it's done. She has an entire team. They prepare for weeks to go onto the red carpet. And that's my show for today. Leave a comment, and you can look a lot of this up under Dr. Oz, Dr. Mercola. Those are my sources. Various studies, various researching on now the hair loss genetics stuff. That was done by studies that have been done in the past. That said, hair loss is not genetic, point blank. That people telling you that normally are trying to sell you something, mainly probably a hair loss pill or something like that. Anyway, leave a comment. Comment. Tell me what you think. Thank you for watching Power News.